Hello, my name is Wolf, or Keha, and we will be playing Rigmor of Bruma, also known as Lydia Simulator. This is my character, Dorajira, a Khajiit, and her husband, Teldrin Zero. He comes from the Dragonborn expansion, and I believe he is not normally a marriageable follower, but who cares. So, we're going off to Riverwood to start this terrible, terrible mod. So something to note about this is the audio for about the first few minutes of my recording was all really screwed up, so it was completely unusable. Uh, and here we are fighting some thugs, I guess. I don't really know why there are any thugs inside of Riverwood. Khajiit has no gold. Khajiit also has no armor. She thinks she'll take yours. And here we meet this Khajiit named Barendar. His voice acting is absolutely abysmal, so you should probably be glad that you can't hear it. Pleased to meet you, Barendar. Ah, yes. Special qualities. Whatever that means. Is there somewhere private we can talk? All of this is post-narration also, so it'll lack a little bit of the spontaneous nature, I suppose, of normal commentary. But I had to play it while I was talking with friends, otherwise I think how awful it is would have killed me. Also, this is incredibly sketchy. Just following some Khajiit into the middle of the woods because he says that he wants to have a business proposition. Sure. This is also honestly not the sketchiest thing that we'll be doing in this mod. Let Khajiit guess. The mission is to recover an item. You need someone assassinated? Ah, yes, a destiny. A babysitting job? Okay, for how long and how much are you willing to pay? Honestly, when an NPC starts off with an offer of 15,000 gold, you should be automatically suspicious. Usually somebody will offer you like 100 gold to deal with somebody. No. He's gonna start off with something that would let you buy a house. That's a lot of coin, Barendar. What's this all about? Okay, Khajiit is in, throw in the horse and you've got a deal. What if she doesn't want to join Khajiit? What if she says no? This ward of yours, what does Dorajira call her? Right, Rigmor. Well, I'm going to cut out the travel time because it took me a really long time to actually figure out how to get to Angie's house. An embarrassingly long amount of time. And even when I did manage to get there up most of the road, it still wasn't the right road. Which is, I think, Skyrim in a nutshell. I would have chosen to take the horse, but I'm always afraid that my followers are going to get stuck on a piece of rock and then I'll never be able to find them again. Ah, yes, Angie's camp, which is really more like a collection of sheds out in the wilderness. Oh, and here's another thing that you'll see here in just a second.
Angie. Think you might be in the wrong place, friend. And if you
She's,
try anything stupid, I won't hesitate to put an arrow in your head.
Khajiit is here for Rigmor.
Nah, I don't think so. She's under my protection.
Angie's
Don't get
face
any
gen
bright
data is
ideas.
kind of screwed up. She's under my protection now.
Is that so? We'll see about that.
Please calm down. Khajiit means you no harm, but she must speak to Rigmor.
Very well. Consider yourself warned. Then keep your hands to yourself.
The face gen data for a lot of NPCs is not quite right. Rigmor included.
Who wants to know?
Khajiit was told to give you this.
My mother's ring. Where did you get this?
Barendar gave it to Khajiit, and this letter.
Oh,
Yeah? Need something?
I'm not quite sure why a lot of the face gen data in my game is screwed up, but honestly, I prefer Rigmor's, I guess her face sculpting with the error over the one that she's actually supposed to have. So it's not really that big of a deal to me, and I care more about having a game that doesn't crash than a game that's absolutely perfect. Are you okay?
so it's true. Yeah, I could use some company, but don't get any ideas.
I'm not into you, Rigmor.
Hey,
Okay to talk?
sure. If Ren sent you, I must be in good company, right?
What brings you to Skyrim? Not that I
I'm
care.
not sure. Adventure, maybe. Or sanctuary, even as it's not safe for me now in Cyrodiil. Skyrim is my ancestral home. I've never been here before. I want to explore a little and see it for myself.
Oh, you will. So what's with Angie?
I got myself seriously wounded after the Bruma thing.
The Bruma
Angie
thing.
found me while she was hunting in the forest.
Lucky that she found you then.
Yeah. She brought me here and nursed me and sat with me through the fever.
She seems quite fond of you.
We share some similarities. We have both suffered greatly from events not of our making. She treats me as if I were her own daughter.
Better watch Khajiit does not get an arrow in her head then.
Don't be too put off by her abruptness. She really is a nice person once you get to know her. Mention to her about those
Rigmor says
practice
that, but
targets.
honestly you never get to
She'll
see
like
it,
that
so it
very
doesn't really
much.
matter.
It'll break the ice and give her a chance to get rid of that tempo she's always on about. You won't regret it. It's actually very good.
That's a fine-looking blade you have
It's a
there.
family heirloom, passed down to my father. I so wanted to take revenge on those that had harmed my family. I slew every Thalmor at the embassy near Bruma that had kept us as hostages. I found it amongst the
I
wreckage
honestly want to
and
know why
reclaimed
it is that she needs me as a guardian if she can kill an entire embassy full of Thalmor.
It almost cost me my life getting it. And if they want it back, they'll have to pry it from my cold, dead fingers.
What happened to your mother?
Barendar didn't tell you about her?
Nope. Only a little. He didn't mention much.
My mother and I were sold into slavery. I was very young when we were separated. I haven't seen her in 4 years. I don't even know if she's still alive.
What about you? What happened to you back
I'm
then?
sorry. I don't want to talk about that right now. Maybe some other time.
Sure, I don't care. This also isn't the first time that I played through this mod.
Lost, stranger?
What are those targets for?
I set up those targets a long time ago. I shoot at
I
them
played
from
it
time to
about
time.
halfway through
Don't want to
before,
get
but I had
rusty
to
with my
quit
bow.
because of a world edit issue. Are you any good with your
That
bow,
I am.
perhaps?
You know how to use one?
Khajiit knows which end of an arrow is the pointy one, but that is about it.
Well, let me know if you ever want to practice. If you need a bow, there's one on the rack to the left of the door.
I don't need a bow, but I'm gonna need those practice arrows.
Excellent. Follow me to the targets and we'll begin. My father was rarely home, so it was my mother who actually taught me how to use a bow.
This bow is from the Moon and Star mod, if you've never tried it. Since my Khajiit isn't really an archer, I haven't used it much, but it does turn you invisible
She
if you
always
sneak
said
while you're using it.
composure was the key to a successful archer. If you can remain calm, even in the midst of chaos, your arrow will most likely find its target. Okay, let's see what you can do. Remember to stay within the boundaries and only use the practice arrows. I have some if you don't have any. Aim for the middle target. Speak. Nice shot. Right on target.
Oh yes,
Now hit
Skyrim,
the
where
target to the
the
left.
arrow drop doesn't start until after you have to
Great
compensate with,
shot.
for
Now
the
hit the
fact that your
target to the
arrow
right.
goes above your reticle. I even managed to overshoot this target despite aiming at it from that far away.
Nice shot. Right on target. Let me know if you want to practice some more. Next time we'll make it a little more challenging.
No, Angie, I don't want to practice anymore. You okay?
Yeah. I think I'm good.
You seem a little distant.
You know, when I killed those Dalmor and Cyrodiil, I found this note on the body of an officer. It mentions Fort Black, which is on the border not far from here. I was going to take a look when I got better. While we wait for Ba-Rendar to find any leads on my mother's ring, I think we should go and take a look. Two's better than one, right?
Maybe if both of those people were actually competent adults, two would be better than one. To Justicar Millen, New Order of Alinor. The Order requests that the Daedric artifacts be moved to Fort Black with immediate effect. High Justicar Joror has now been assigned to the replication of the weapon and amulet. Too much time has been taken to duplicate the items, and although the eye moved too fast, 4 years for only one of each item is not acceptable. High Justicar Joror believes he can quadruple production time as to furnish our military personnel as soon as possible. Make sure both the originals and the duplicates are dispatched. Too much time has already been wasted. General Tylar Adriath. Do you know how to get to Fort Black?
Sure, Angie told me all about it. She says there's an old abandoned mine nearby, just past the old fort. I drew a map. Take a look. It should bring us out on top of it.
Alright, let's take a look at this here map. Surely it can't be that bad. Except it looks like it was made by a 4-year-old and not an 18-year-old. Honestly, I would not be able to navigate with this under any circumstances. There's not even any kind of scaling. Look at this shit, children. This is terrible. In ways that nothing should ever be this terrible. But I guess I can forgive her because it's not like her mom was a school teacher or anything. You drew this yourself. It's, good?
Yeah, that's quite something, right?
That's a way to put it. Let's go check this fort out.
Okay, follow me. Take Angie's horse. She won't mind.
What's the point of Ba-Rendar giving me his horse as part of this deal if I immediately get to turn around and take Angie's horse instead? I really don't get it. I don't need 2 horses. And I don't think that I can put my follower on one without a mod. Over here, while she's taking me to Fort Black, I take a detour to go discover Bloodlet Throne instead, because that'll be a plot point later. I'm trying to make sure that my follower didn't get lost while Rigmor decides to run off. Because remember, here we're Lydia. We get to be the follower. Khajiit is guessing this is the
The
place.
entrance to the mine must be up there.
How do you want to do this?
Well, you're the guardian angel, right?
Whatever.
I'll follow your lead.
Sure you will, Rigmor. And now we get to see our first, and one of only a few, player choices.
Alright, that's far enough. What can I do for you, friend?
We're just passing through, heading on up to the mine.
We're in control of this mine. You know how this works. Toll here is 100 gold.
Khajiit doesn't carry that much gold with her, she's afraid.
Not my problem. You want through here, you pay. Or else.
There's about to be a big or else in here. 100 gold ain't worth dying over, friend.
What? Okay, go on through. Time to find another job.
I honestly can't even begin to believe that that worked. Well, there's part 1.